fucking last time was a super intense situation, honestly. Like, that fucking dude strolls on in and is like, tell me your cause of death and regret, or I'm gonna kill a baby for every time I have to ask this fucking question and you don't answer me. And that's until I reach yours. And it's like, I feel like either, I don't know, maybe like whatever line of work or whatever he does or has done in his life has made him cold and just is like, fucking whatever, I have no sympathy, all that cares about is me. Or perhaps maybe what I was thinking is maybe he's been through divine selection before, which would you, do you only get one chance or one thing in divine selection, or are you pulled back in like I'm just spitballing. After getting out, we head back to Lionhouse. The only time we speak about our return journey is about what happened in the nursery. Otherwise, we walk along in silence. Unsurprisingly, I've obtained the same cards as numeral 12, though I no longer have any desire to eliminate her. There's something I want to say to Naomi. Oh?
駅まで送るよ。メガネも壊れちゃって、帰りは危ないでしょ。
Yeah, we can't have her just go around walking around without her glasses.
はい。ありがとうございます。
Now, this might sound stupid, but I actually like how they took off her glasses in like the previous sprites as well as this one, because it's just a detail that I like. Some since she doesn't have her glasses anymore, some they wouldn't redraw or like take off the glasses, or they just have the same sprite, would just say, oh, they don't have glasses. I spent our journey to the station wondering if I have it in me to say what I want to her. Now that I think about it, this entire game literally is like oozing with detail. It really is. Anyway, the longer I hold it in, the harder it'll be to say. That's why I need to say it now. We're gonna tell her to stop. It may feel like I'm making up excuses, but I've reached my conclusion.
危ないことはダメって言ったよね。
Oh, we did, Naomi.
いや、そうじゃなくて、私が悪かったんだ。認識が甘かった。
I mean, Naomi did try to get down Mr. President for the babies, so I never once considered that a situation like that could occur so easily. I figured things might get dangerous, but I failed to see the full picture until tonight.
ナオミが一緒に背負うって言ってくれて、私は救われた。それだけで十分だ。
It's just, I don't want Naomi to be part of this. Like, as much as we need her help, I'd rather her just not be part of it.
みんな命をかけてる。これからもっと他人を巻き込むことをためらわなくなるかもしれない。だから。
The worst part, it's only gonna get worse as people start to get desperate,
ここからは私一人で。
Whew! Thank you, Rinka. Thank you.
先輩、それって。
I nod to reaffirm her presumption. I really couldn't be happier over her decision to help me. It's done far more for me than she could possibly imagine. But the more I rely on her, the more danger I'll be putting her into. That's why I force myself to stay silent. Otherwise, I might on my statement.
わかりました。助けるって言ったのに、守るって言ったのに、私は足を引っ張ってただけで。
You didn't get in the way, though. It's just you got in the way of danger.
うん、そんなことはない。ナオミがいなかったら、私。でもね、危険にさらすのは嫌なんだ。
That's the thing. I would not want to put her in danger, so she needs to stay out of it.
大丈夫です。先輩の気持ち分かってます。危険なことはダメって先輩が最初に言ったのも、守れなかったのは私ですから。
And she did do that one.
ごめん、ありがとう。ナオミがいるって思うだけで私は強くなれるから。ここからは一人で大丈夫だから。
I'll try to guide her to the station after our talk.
いいです。大丈夫です。一人で帰ります。
I still don't think that's a good idea. Well, I guess she's gone. She makes her way to the station without me, and I can't bring myself to chase after her. I'm certain I'll start to rely on her again if I do. I really should have left our talk until we reached the station, but no, I'm too dumb to think that far ahead. We're not stupid. We just needed to say it. If I had, then she wouldn't have to walk the streets at night all alone. Oh, Lord. Hello? I'm alive. Okay, good. Oh, no. Tonight's gonna be that night, too. When I wake up the next morning, I feel miserable. I didn't have any dreams last night. Well, I didn't think I did anyway. There's no doubt they would have been nightmares. If I had any, maybe that's why I don't remember.
店を開けよ
Yep, might as well. We're trying to run a business here. Fortunately, I'm able to get the store up and running like normal. Probably because, you know, work should keep my mind off literally everything that's happening. God, our life is fucking sucksos, man. Before long, it's afternoon. It even says so in the top corner, right? Oh, there it goes. The number of customers drops significantly around this time thanks to the current lack of a proper food menu.
う。いらっしゃ。
一人。いいえ、二人ね。いいかしら。
Are we about to have like a heart to heart? Which we shouldn't anyway, because we still can't risk information just in case. Kambuchi Kaiko arrives, her baby in her arms. I see no reason to turn them away, so I lead her to an empty table. Alright, she orders coffee, so I make sure to brew it like I always do. Last thing I want is to let any of my sadness or sympathy leak into it. Here you go.
美味しいわね。
Oh, she does have the baby. She doesn't order anything for the baby, which isn't surprising. Not like we have anything that a baby could enjoy in the first place.
ねえ、少しお話いいかしら。
Yeah, but I ain't gonna say shit. She's the only customer at the moment, so I accept her offer.
実は私ね、カードを見た時からあなたの名前を素敵だって思ってたのよ。
Well, thank you. I'd like to think we have a beautiful name, and we are very beautiful ourselves.
どうしたんですか急に。
That came out of nowhere.
伝えておきたかったのよ。凛という字に火。でも夢の世界で見たあなたは不安げなだけの子供で似合っていないって思っちゃったわ。ちょっと残念だって思ったの。全然凛としてないなって。
That's kind of annoying to hear that, yeah. But I can't really argue with it. I really must have looked helpless in the dream world.
でもね、実際に会ったあなたは違った。あなたの瞳はあの世界の誰よりも凛としていた。あなたの言葉は誰よりも燃えていた。
You're damn right. If there's one thing we are, it's passionate.
恵子さんは名前は人に一生寄り添うものって言いましたね。実は私のおばあちゃんも名前に恥じないようにしなって口癖のように言っていました。
I never expected her to remind me of that.
いいおばあちゃんね。ずっと大切にするのよ。あなたの名前を。
She finishes off her coffee along with that train of thought.
一つお願いがあるの。
Okay.
お願いですか。
Oh, is she gonna say something like, when I'm gone, check on the baby? I don't know.
ええ。この手紙を預かってほしいの。それで面倒かもしれないけれど、あなたに書き写してほしい。
Oh. Oh my god.
夫と子供へのメッセージを書いたの。でも私が脱落したら消えてしまうでしょ。
Sadness.
住所と宛名は中に書いてあるから、それを書いて送ってもらえればいいわ。今晩私が脱落すれば、明日は私が死んでから3週間ということでしょ。
So those 3 weeks will just disappear.
この子が生まれてから14日以内に出生届を出さないといけないから、もう名前は決まってしまっているでしょうけれど、せめて思いだけでも伝えたいの。
She avoids referring to Haruki by name for some reason. I can't claim to understand why, but I do recognize the reality that he won't have that name when she's eliminated.
諦めるんですか？
いいえ、あの男の情報を3つ探し出せば身を守れる。これまでも調べなかったわけじゃないのよ。ほとんど結果は出なかっただけで、半ば諦めていたけど、これから今日一日は探すことにするわ。でもきっと無理。それくらいわかるわ。
Dude, that's gonna be so hard to figure that dude shit out. Nothing, we can't do anything.
手伝おうなんて言うのはダメよ。
Okay, I'll just sit here in my coffee shop.
言いませんよ。だってもしあの人に見つかったら今度こそ協力者だと思われます。そしたらそのまま私も狙われる。私が脱落したら恵子さんのお願い聞けませんから。
Besides, I couldn't do what you asked anyway. Oh shit! That means if we, we do the transcribing and then we give him the letter, and if we ever get eliminated at some point, that would disappear and it would all just be a chain reaction of bullshit, and I hate it!
え、ありがとうね。
She reveals a satisfied smile before continuing.
お礼になるかわからないけれど、私が唯一突き止めた情報を教えるわ。
Oh? Well, what do we find out? His name? Anything?
あの男の名前はアラン・スコーピオン。親から受け継いだ宝石会社をたった数年で世界規模の企業に持ち上げたインドの若き天才経営者だそうよ。
Hold on. His name is Alan Scorpion. I hate scorpions. That's like the bug that freaks me out the most due to traumatic incidences when I was younger. So he's my arch nemesis. Holy shit. That's so fitting.
顔さえわかればすぐに見つかる情報。インターネットにも書いてあるしね。偶然よ。雑誌に目を通していたら彼の写真が載っていたんだもの。選定が始まるずっと前に撮影したものでしょうけど。
Okay, so about my thinking, like his occupation, that really wouldn't fit in there with the whole being cold thing. I mean, he's a business head, so.
アラン・スコーピオン。それがあの人の名前。
Oh, the fucking everything lights up.
ええ、私が教えるのはこれだけ。あなたへのお礼よ。私の脱落が決まったわけではないものね。それに私はあなたにお願いをしたとはいえ、あなたにかけてもいるわ。
That's yeah, you're putting a lot of pressure on me. Oof. There's no need to explain what she means. She's entrusted me to do something important, and I know exactly what that is too.
それじゃあね。お願い。よろしくね。
The only thing that would have made this detail better is if the baby was in her sprite. And just like that, she leaves. All that remains behind her is her letter. I don't feel any sort of pressure from having accepted it. In fact, shouldering her feelings has given me more hope than when I spent my time worrying about having to eliminate the other participants. I can understand what she wants precisely because we haven't spoken much.
リント。
I take a nice big stretch. I'm on my own from this day forward. The last thing I want to do is bring shame to my name. We're gonna get out of this. Still think we're getting a bad ending, though. When I return to my room later that night, my book of cards starts to glow again. Hold on. Like, most of the decisions that we've actually had to make in the game so far, that's had to do with Miharu, right? So I wonder what that means exactly. Like, that's really I'm trying to think of. I can't think of any other decisions that weren't like had to deal with Miharu. I'm sure there are, and I just aren't remembering properly right now. But I feel like every decision we've done is Miharu. So does that mean maybe based on our choices, something good or bad happens to Miharu? I don't know, man. When I returned to my room later that night, why am I reading it again? I literally read it. 12. Name, Alan Scorpion. To no surprise, it turns out to be his name card. Kaiko said that you can find him easily on the internet, so I ran a quick search. Little did I expect this many results from his simple name search. Well, yeah, we can find information like that, but his, shit's probably guarded secrets for him. Or so I think, but things get complicated very quickly. There's nothing on him from before he inherited the company at age 16, let alone anything related to how he may have died 3 weeks ago. No need to mention that his regret remains a complete mystery, too. That's they said it last time, that's the hardest one to figure out. But knowing his occupation, where he's from, and especially his name, is a big step forward. It may be worthwhile to head back to the library again and look through some newspapers and magazines and stuff. As for right now, I've got something important to do. Transcribing the letter from Kaiko. Oh, here we go. It's gonna be all sad. Huh?
Yes.
Oh. Written on the paper are her thoughts and feelings toward her husband and child. She actually didn't write it as herself, but as one of her friends. That means it'll be far less painful for her husband to read compared to one coming directly from her. Her writing is nice and tidy. Just reading it feels like I'm getting a glimpse at the sort of life she led. I involuntarily tear it up when I come to her message of thanks to me at the very end of the letter. Did I say tear it up? I meant tear up. Tear up. God damn it. I was going to say, why is she tearing it up? See? I involuntarily... Hold on. Oh, I can do this. I involuntarily tear up when I come to her message of thanks to me at the very end of the letter. There you go, brain. You good? No. Okay. The regret of a mother who couldn't fulfill her duty. The letter never makes it explicit, but those feelings are definitely imbued in her words. I wonder, is a mother's love represented by her determination to live for her child's sake? That would make love the first thing a child receives. I'm sure their name comes after. And their name represents their life, so I'm sure Kaiko wants to bestow such a meaning onto her own child. Families work in a myriad of ways, but Kaiko really is attached to the feelings behind one's name. That's why it's ended up being a regret. I recall what she said about my name this afternoon. That's the one and only thing, other than my life, that I've received from my mother, according to my gran. In which case, she must have also passed on her determination and love when I was born. I wonder if I'll ever be able to pour that same love into another person. One day. I shake my head to clear the thoughts away before I dive too deeply into them. There's no point in wading through them when none of the answers are there. Our regret that we know not of. The same applies to this question. The reason I don't know my own regret is because I don't know myself well enough yet. I might be able to take pride in my own life once I learn my regret. But even if I don't make it through, no, scratch that. I know that I want to make it through. Reading Kaiko's letter has helped me to finally find the resolve I need. Yeah, we need to know. know each other, or know us inside and out. Should Kaiko be eliminated tonight, I'll mail this letter the very next morning. That should be my top priority. Oh, it'll be Monday. Ugh. Once I make that decision, the day begins to wind down. Oh no, here we go. There comes I'm gonna eliminate you because I'm a dick. Alright, dude. There stands Alan, as emotionless as ever. It should go without saying, but this is the court of fate. Just in case you forgot. Ugh.
ごきげんよう。運命の奴隷の皆様。
Can we, like, stop you? A voice rings throughout the court, clears a bell. Parsa arrives to greet the participants, her innocent smile on an ongoing deception.
この選定も今宵で3度目。順調に進んでいた選定もそろそろ不協和音が響く頃でしょうか。
Oh no, man. Why must you put us through this bullshit? Oh boy.
相変わらず君は思わしげなことを言うね。本当は何も考えていないだけなんだろう。
Haru, like, talking, like, a little bit of shit, sort of.
あら、そうだとしてあなた様に関係がありまして。
Can you not harass us, please? Alan stares at numeral 2 as she talks with Parsa. His gaze shifts between her and the girl beside her, numeral 1. Oh god. He deduces that they are acquaintances, having noticed them conversing during the first night. Numeral 2 has proven to be far more wary than he imagined, with little to show for from his information hunt on her. Meanwhile, numeral 1 is willing to risk herself for the sake of another participant. Eliminating her should prove to be an easy task. He has no doubts about that, and yet he finds himself curious about her. She chose to stand in his way when he had Kaiko cornered. For reasons unknown to even to him, the fire in her eyes back then was so... Oh?
それでは今宵も選定を始めましょう。
Okay, so he's intrigued with us, basically. Alan's train of thought is interrupted by the goddess's announcement. Realizing that such thoughts are but a hindrance, he focuses instead on the matter at hand. Oh no.
回れ、運命の大時計よ。
No, please. Please stop. I don't want to do this. I don't want anyone to die. The clock's movement signals the beginning of this night's election process, and it starts with numeral 1. The goddess claims that one's position on the dial provides neither advantage nor disadvantage, but Alan disagrees. Should two participants select the same person, one can earn priority by revealing a card about oneself. Oh, right! So that's what you gotta do. Okay. However, the higher your numeral, the easier it is to prevent that situation from occurring. The only reason to take such a risk is when one knows that the person they plan to elect is in possession of a card one needs. To that effect, as numeral 12, Alan feels that he has a significant advantage. Alan considers the idea that numeral 1 will opt to elect Kaiko. Should she be in possession of all three of Kaiko's cards, she could create a situation where both she and Alan elect Kaiko. It would be a win-win situation for her, as it would result in either Kaiko's survival or one of his personal cards being revealed. That's why he has no intention of electing Kaiko, should numeral 1 do so. Okay, the risk of being caught up in a simultaneous election far outweighs the benefit of gaining one of the cards Kaiko possesses. He's well aware of his position within society, so he fully expects that Kaiko has already discovered his name. It is likely that she's revealed this information in numeral 1 as well. However, his name is the only thing she should have been able to find out about him. As such, should numeral 1 have to eliminate Kaiko, she will gain no new information about him.
私は指名しません。
I was gonna say, if it was gonna give me a choice, I probably at this point would have just not done it. You know? Number 1 passes on electing her. This comes as no surprise to Alan. In fact, the odds of this happening were far higher than the scenario he anticipated earlier. As the clock spins round, numeral 11, who had elected someone last time, passes as well. my god. Imagine these two fucking going, like, fighting. That woman happens to be the one he is most wary of. It is plain to see that she's a far cry from the ordinary, not only due to that body of hers, but also because of her attitude. For instance, she blows him a kiss as the clock hand slows to a halt in front of him. This speaks volumes about her character.
挑発には乗らない。
Alright. He mutters under his own breath, preventing anyone from hearing him.
あなた様はいかがですか？
What if he threw a curveball at us and didn't actually elect?
僕は8番の女を指名する。
Fuck. He states his intention with the apathy. Apathy is death. In the next moment, the platform he stands on rumbles and begins to ascend. Well, this is... Ooh, oh god, he's got... I mean, he's got to, like, experience her brain hemorrhage, death. Both his and Kaiko's platforms rise to the upper stratum. The goddess appears before them, her face contorted into a wry smile. She's accepted. Kaiko's composure serves as a bit of a surprise to Alan. It's hard to believe that she could be so composed after the despair she put on display when he obtained her name card. Much like Ro before her, he expected to hear some emotional wailing. Not this time.
それでは指名をどうぞ。
Yeah, here. This marks Alan's second time electing someone, so he is acquainted with the process. Once his cards have gathered in front of him, he only has to read out the relevant ones. But of all his current cards, those related to Ro have lost their glow. Oh, okay.
稽古亀淵。死因は脳出血だ。
God, look how majestic he's standing. Hold on, he's got that confident, like, I can fucking win this. And he can. It's over for me. Her cards react as he reads them aloud.
未練は
ねえ、あなたにも親がいるでしょ。家族がいるでしょ。
Kaiko? Her question interrupts his process.
余計なことを話すな。
I think she's gonna keep speaking anyway.
私は脱落して元の死の運命に戻るけれど、怖くはないわ。息子がいるもの。ほんのわずかな時間だったけれど、私は母親だった。名前はつけてあげられなかったけれど、きっと強く育つわ。名前はその人の本質ではなく、あくまで願望、希望だもの。あなたにも名前をつけた両親がいるでしょう。ご両親のためにも、せめて無関係な人を傷つけるのはやめてちょうだい。
I don't think he cares.
両親のために、すでに死んだ親のために何かできるとでも？死んだら全てが終わり、無だ。だから生きている人間はすべからく自分の目的を達成するために生きているべきだ。
Alan finds himself infuriated by Kaiko's words. His face may remain emotionless, but his eyes scream another story.
自分のために、そして守るべきものを守るために、僕は何だってする。無関係の人間を殺そうが、無関係なところでどんな嘆きが生まれようが、それこそ僕には無関係なことだ。
His tone is bitter. While her words have riled him up, he never allows his emotions to slip off his tongue. He feels that he's handled the situation in a controlled manner. However, Kaiko offers him a smile before continuing.
あなた、無理してるわね。
Kaiko's just she's just smile as well. Oh,
お前の未練は子供の名前だ。
damn. Just whatever. He says this to cut her off. Oh. Next, the three cards whose contents he spoke aloud float away from him. Once they reach the middle of the Court of Fate, they come together and form a triangular shape. And once in formation, they begin to emanate a white light one by one. Alan knows what comes next, so he closes his eyes and allows it to happen. We get to experience it with him. Hold on, I'm ready. Oh. The event took place in an intensive care unit. A nurse carried a sleeping newborn over to its mother. Its voice, that of an angel. Its existence, the very concept of hope made flesh.
ルキ。
One couldn't say for certain whether or not her final words were heard at all. And gone.
名前は希望じゃない。人を縛る鎖だ。
This guy. That is the reason why Alan prefers to take name cards from those he eliminates. He is fully aware that regret cards are the most difficult to obtain. Regardless, he believes with full sincerity that names chain their bearers down. That one can come to understand another by knowing their name. Oh, fuck. God damn it. Wait. 1. Name. 3. Regret. 10. Cause of death. 12. Name.
やはり知られていたか。だが
Yeah, he's like looking. I just saw us and I was like, oh god, why? Sticking to his beliefs, he has already decided which card to take. Yep, here, fucking you, god damn it, fucking it's over.
恵子さん
Rinka, we're pretty fucked. We're next! We're fucking next, Rinka! I like to think that in visual novels, I play as the main character, and I put myself in their shoes. Or, I'm their, like, conscience, and, like, the little voice in their head telling them. So in this case, I'm just I'm just, like, in Rinka's head, we're fucked, Rinka! Numeral 12 returned to the court having finished his election. He chose to take my name card. Of course. Of all the options he had, Alan Scorpion purposefully took my name card. Kaiko likely had cause of death and regrets cards as well, so he must have gone with me because he's already met me in person. I had the option of electing Kaiko too. Had he still tried, I could have created a situation where either Kaiko would survive or he would have to reveal one of his personal cards. But I noticed an inherent flaw in the numeral system because of that. I could say for sure that he would never have elected her if I had done so.
君の名前を大丈夫
Cause I'm fucking dead? Maharu glares at him. Ooh, Maharu, get him. I'd likely do the same if he'd gone for her name. But I'm not glaring. I pierce him with my eyes instead. I pierce him! Stab him with my eyes! Get him! Not only do I already know his name, but we've already met, and he also knows the area that I live. It was only a matter of time before he found out my name. To my own surprise, I'm not shaking. His presence is as imposing as ever, but I can now stare him dead in the eyes without issue. It's my way of telling him, bring it on! Rinka! Hold on, Rinka. This is the fucking guy that strolls on in to a fucking hospital, knocks out a bunch of nurses and one of our best friends, and proceeds to threaten the person, saying, I'm gonna kill these babies if you don't tell me this. What do you think he's gonna do for us? Grab Maharu because we've shown it, like, love and care for her? Oh, Jesus. Why would you do this to me, game?
やはり似ているな。
What? I don't bother to ask him what he means by that. I'd ask. Can't say for sure whether or not he's shouldering a story of his own, but right now I have no desire to exchange words with him.
それでは今宵の脱落者は1名。これをもって選定を終了といたしましょう。
Okay, bye. Oh, god damn it, dude. Shortly after, Parsa brings an end to tonight's round. Oh, third week achievement. Okay, now do I keep going? Or can I think this is a good spot to end, actually. I like to make my episodes like 45 minutes, but that's such a good spot to end. It gives me a lot of thoughts and feelings and Jesus Christ. Oh. What did he mean by that at the end? Dude, he's gonna do something to Miharu or Naomi. More likely Miharu, because he like brought it up. Not like in his head, you know. He was like, okay, so they obviously know each other and care about each other. So there you go, bang bang boom. Threaten her, whatever. I can figure it out. Boom. That's what's gonna happen. And because I feel like, and because we've cared so much about Miharu due to my stupid decisions, we're going to like actually do something crazy. I don't know what. That's just what I'm assuming. And fucking shit.